someone that would have really challenged us.
Can I say like my standpoint
on
the feminists real quick? I mean, I say I'm a feminist because I'm a woman, but like I feel like there comes like a point where it's like girls are like, you know, we need more rights, we need equal pay, but then when we're held to the same standard as a guy, they're like, but I'm just a girl.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Yeah. So it's it's like you can only ask for so much before you can receive so much. I don't know. So I'm like, because I'm a woman, I'm like, yeah, I should be able to vote, but I'm not going to be like, I need more than voting.
They pull the strings a little too much on it, you know, to get their way.
They want their way when it's beneficial.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God. It's
wow.
Well, common sense.
Hey, let me but yeah, no, I mean,
I'm gonna get some shit from girls.
Canceled.
I already expected coming.
But I mean,
canceled.
That's a very based take, and it's definitely the case. Here's the thing, right? Equality is not a buffet. Yeah. You don't get to pick the things you want and disregard the things you don't want. So the issue with feminism is it's never really been about equality. It's been about getting women preferential treatment or getting them rights without the accompanying responsibilities. So take, for example, the right to vote. So in order for men to have the right to vote, even to this day, they have to register for the selective service. They're subject to the draft. The guys next to me, the two guys next to me here, they are, including myself, we are subject to the draft. In the event of a war, a catastrophic war, we would be drafted. Women are not subject to the draft. In fact, it's feminist organizations that actually, I'm pretty sure some of them are pushing back against, because there are organizations that are trying to equalize the draft.
Because when World War III was supposed to happen,
Well, I mean, if you look at what happened in Ukraine, all the men were required to stay in Ukraine, and then all the women could leave. So, I mean, there's no feminists when Russia's invading. Let me tell you that. But I
feel like when that whole thing about World War III possibly breaking out, they were talking about how women could supposedly be drafted, and then now all the feminists were like, no, you can't draft us. We're not going to be able to do that. But it's like, you guys are also saying that we should be held to this. It's hard to say. It's like a hard topic because it's like we should be held to the same standard, but at the same time, if you want to be held to the same standard, then stand at the same standard. Don't fight when you are being held at the same standard.
Bro, put me in the fucking kitchen. I'll make your sandwich. I don't want to go to war.
I'm like, I don't want to go war. Make me mop, make me, you know, whatever. But
I feel like we might never like really reach like an equal level, just because like
give me a beer and throw me out on the battlefield. No,
just because like the fact of also like our genetic makeup, like generally stronger, you know, like they want to also have men in the war. Yeah, there's girls that can probably kick ass. They're smart. There's definitely places that you don't have to be physically like, you know, strong to be in the army or whatever to get drafted. But like there's I feel like guys are mainly the reason they want to draft is because they're generally stronger. You know, it's just our genetic makeup.
But imagine if we had the ability to have cootie warfare.
Cootie warfare
with girls' cooties.
What do you mean? Like
warfare?
Biological warfare.
I was just saying the word feminism is a very wide spectrum where you can be die hard, like go fuck yourself if you're a man, or just I think, you know, we should be able to vote, but like I'm not gonna push anything, you know.
One of my brother's exes literally would be like, ugh, I hate all men. I'm like, does that include the man you're dating? Like,
I make the joke where I'm like, fuck men, but like I don't
kill
mean
all men.
Jesus.
Oh, you do mean fuck men. Come on.
Guys, here's a good one. Here's a good one. If you ever hear a girl say kill all men, all men suck, ask them if that applies to George Floyd. Watch them fucking flip on that one. Yeah, they're in a real fucked up position if you ask them that. But yeah, no.
Scroll back on their Instagram, they have like all lives matter.
So anyways, but yeah, I mean, anyways, let's not get too. Let's not go too deep.
My main point was there's a wide spectrum of what feminism means, or what what standpoint a girl takes as a feminist.
Well, I think a lot of people just aren't super aware of what feminism actually is, and they, most people just don't, like, they hear things on the news and they just assume, okay, that's just feminism is equality, and they just say, okay, that sounds good. But I mean, feminism is really not at all about, sorry guys, I'm a bit tired. It's really not about equality. It's about, it's women's advocacy.
Yeah.
My main gripe with feminism, and one of the reasons why I don't think a lot of people should identify as feminist, is the core tenet of feminism. The core foundation of feminism is the patriarchy theory. And it is just that, a theory. And a theory is not fact. And this theory happens to be wrong. And the patriarchy theory is incredibly damaging to both men, but also to women, because you're teaching women that if you teach women that all their problems and all the problems that women have faced throughout history is as a cause of men as a group, then you're essentially teaching women to have contempt for men. It's an absolutely disgusting thing to teach women, and it's an absolutely awful thing to inflict upon men. So this idea that the relationship between men and women and the history of the relationship between men and women is one of class warfare and one oppressing the other is modern day absolutely inaccurate, and even historically it's inaccurate. Men and women have fundamentally throughout history cooperated. Life, especially in the past, was incredibly difficult, and men and women were partners and worked together. And now that you basically have what is effectively a bunch of extremely privileged people in universities perpetuating this idea that men are oppressing women and women are, it's kind of weird. Women are both strong and independent, but simultaneously victims. To me, it doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I'm kind of rambling here.
They're stuck in the past, you know.
I mean, like, so sensitive nowadays.
Yeah, 100. The whole cancel culture and everything. You know, you're walking on eggshells for all this shit. You can't even say what you actually think because it's like, oh fuck, am I gonna get canceled? No, it's like
half the movies that can't be released now that we watch.
Yeah, it's fucking sad. Like white chicks would get fucking You see, like white chicks would get fucking canceled right now, but it's like, come on, like stop being so soft and like, you know, like stop thinking about the cancel culture, you know, like just say what you want to say.
Word. Okay. Did we get another super chat that came in?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap up here. Chris, can you lower the volume just a little bit?